Hi sir.
Hi.
Thank you so much for taking out your precious time for all of us. It's a pleasure to have you here.
My pleasure too.
Yes, sir. So without any further ado, we'd like to start up with the questions. So the very first question we have, sir. Sir, it is very important for every company to measure the quality of their products and services, obviously. Do you think somehow brand image is also linked to satisfaction level? For example, I would like to take the instance of Coke and Pepsi. Although both are addictive drinks, but if we see some Coke has more fan base if we compare to Pepsi. Maybe because they share a sort of, in their campaigns they share a feeling of happiness, the people who drink. So what's your take on this?
So just to rephrase, you're saying that it's about brand image and satisfaction,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So I think it plays on the minds of people, and I think there are some studies that they have given both these drinks, and then sometimes they don't even recognize which one it is. But definitely, brand has an impact. But when it comes to satisfaction, I think my opinion is that they should not be mixed, because even if brand is good and somebody is doing work on branding the company, satisfaction and capturing customer satisfaction should never stop. Just because my brand is good, that I will not capture or understand customer satisfaction levels is not good. I think companies like Apple, because they're so good in innovation, maybe they may not spend so much time. I really don't have the data. Probably they're doing a lot of work on customer satisfaction, but their brand is so good. I will either way buy it. But in my opinion, even the greatest companies, because some of the companies like Kodak and other things, after some time, for example, BlackBerry, all these get wiped off. So your brand at BlackBerry was too good at one point in time. That's the only phone we had. But they have to, even if your brand is good, I think companies should be continuously capturing customer perception and feedback.
Indeed.
So the next question is, we have had a lot of speakers talking about how the work is in B2B, B2C segments. So being from a consultancy firm, can you tell us what the work culture and work is around?
I can tell you from my perspective of B2B and B2C, because when I started the company, VOC Consulting 11 years back, essentially my focus really B2B, working with large clients. The whole thing is shifting today to B2C because self-education is taking such a big change. It's a self-education revolution today, because most people are trying to educate themselves. So I'm focusing these days a lot on B2C. Talking of capturing the customer perceptions, they are very different, because in B2B, typically you're talking to people with more experience sometimes. Not that in B2C you don't talk to, but you're talking to an organization. And then you're talking to the organization, you're working on consulting, you're there on the field working with them, and they can give you, they see a lot more on what you can deliver. But in B2C, what people see is, most of the time it's just training. So I think they're different, but what happens is in B2C, especially if I can do on one-on-one training and coaching, then the feedback is immediate. And it's easier to get sometimes. But they are very, very different, because each person is so different. So again, if I'm B2B, I can say automotive companies are there, and healthcare companies and different companies. We generally have an idea based on whether it's Indian company, multinational company, years of experience. We know how to work with these companies. We generally know what would be the type of feedback. So that's, I hope you get a fair idea of what I'm trying to say. Challenges are there in both sectors, B2B and B2C, capturing customer feedback. But in B2C, one-to-one, when we talk to them, we also think, unless you're doing a large group, eventually companies like mine will start working with large groups, 100, 2,000, 4,000, and especially if you start doing products and selling it online, then it becomes something which I don't like to, because if I don't interact with the person, I don't think that I'm really capturing the feedback. Because somebody just watches the program and then gives feedback. I'm not very sure whether that's the right way, but today I think the market is also going in that direction, where they're selling these training products like regular products, large scale. So there I would guess it's a little bit difficult, because whether you're getting the true feedback, whether people watch the entire program, also we don't know.
So a few years back, Xiaomi had a data breach case which was quite inflated in the market. And so of course it had a short-term effect. At that time, sales for Xiaomi were quite affected, and people were seeing company as an anti-national thing. So do you think that all these instances, they stay in the mind of the consumer? Of course, short-term effects are there. Do you think these things may affect company in a longer vision?
I think people forget, in my opinion. I've seen even Samsung, I knew when you get in the aircraft, the air hostess will announce that if you have Samsung
Note 7, sir.
Note 7
No,
or Galaxy or
Yes,
something.
yes, yes.
So it gave a bad impression. But I think eventually people will forget, and then companies have to work harder on that. They have to work harder to make things product better, understand customer perceptions, work on that very hard so that people get delighted. Once you get delighted, so people will always give you a chance.
Yes.
So that's what I tell companies. People will always give all of us a chance. Do better next time, and we'll appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Tell what you've done. Tell what you've done to make the change. That's the most important thing. If companies are open and say what they have done to make the change, people will embrace their products.
Yes.
This is my opinion.
Okay. So the last question is, what impact do you think these marketing events would have on marketing students, and how can they leverage this in their future?
What when you say marketing events, would you
Like these events, like the events that you have, the marketing extracurricular activities or marketing workshops or marketing.
Sir, I would like to add this to the question. There are some points, for example, sir, in malls we have some marketing promotional activities where customers are engaged. Obviously we are also there. So as a marketing students, we observe quite a lot because see, people are coming over there, they are looking at your product, they are giving their feedbacks. So, sir, do you think these events, these activities, do they really help to enhance the customer satisfaction, or are these just marketing gimmicks?
I wouldn't say gimmicks. I would say they are more of something for branding and to let the people know about their products. It's really marketing initiative and branding initiative. Whether it will improve customer satisfaction or I don't think so. But people will be more aware of it. So probably you go and try that product out tomorrow. But if you're not happy with it, then you'll have bad feedback. So I think there are two different aspects about whether that will help enhance customer satisfaction. I doubt, but it will definitely help in their branding and reach to more people.
Sure, sir. So, thank you so much, sir, for spending your time. We have time constraints, otherwise even 2 hours would be less with you. So, thank you so very much for coming here, sir. We look forward to meeting you again.
Same here. Thank you.